So the origin of alcohol is widely regarded to have started in the Middle East, medieval Middle East, so ninth century, early ninth century, is pretty much where the archaeologists have found the oldest stills that were used. There are a couple of, well, more than a couple actually, like 4 or 5 Persian scholars that were widely believed to have the oldest record of distillation and production or generation of alcohol through wine distillation. This could later be traced to have migrated from the medieval Middle East to Italy, which is where it started in Europe and spread from that point. It's also where the origin of gin is located as one of the oldest styles of alcohol or spirit, and mainly procured by Italian monks in the late 12th century. The other records are 14th century for India and the rest of Asia, and China seem to have gone their own path and could potentially have been the earliest, but there's no concrete record of that, which is why the Middle East is credited with being the first. But China, with the records we have, isn't far behind and didn't seem to have needed the migration of that technique from the Middle East. It seemed to have found its own solution for distillation, or its own still design, or its own blueprint in the early 12th century. So around the same time it migrated to Italy, it was found to have had its roots in China. Gin, like I said, is believed to be one of the oldest forms of distillates or spirits. And as far as gin goes, that was started, like I said, by Italian monks, but it quickly spread, and it took a few hundred years before it was made into a proper reference in the spirits world, mainly Genever, which is a malt wine that had juniper infused within it and then distilled. And then there were some Genevers that had some junipers that was steeped in post, or some that just had the juniper in beforehand in the malt wine before it was distilled. This was then adopted by the Brits, who took it upon themselves to bring it home because it was so popular during the 80-year war, known as Dutch Courage. And it was imported back into the UK, and and it was made into what is now known today as modern London dry gin.